Hello, everyone. Hello, Unlock community. I am Jessie Lang, and I have created this Facebook to teach people how to buy and manage long-term rental properties. And if you have been around at all, then you know I am not at my desk right now. So I'm actually down in Asheville, North Carolina. We're kind of maybe looking at some future upcoming projects. But that does not mean that I would ever miss a live stream. So here we are, and today we have an absolutely fantastic guest. Miss Elena Khais she's going to teach us all about manifestation, and she has actually been my personal mindset and manifestation coach for majority of this year. And she's going to share some amazing tips, tricks, secrets about how you can manifest the life of your dreams and how real estate fits into that. So let me turn it over to Miss Lena, and you can introduce yourself and kind of let us know a little bit about your background and all that.
I love that. Thank you so much. It is super fun to be here. And it is always the proudest moment where I can join my students live and tell you that Jessie is the absolute gem. I love working with her, and also a great example of what mindset can do for us, not just in terms of attracting money, but just attracting abundance in general. So, if you don't mind, Jessie, I wanted to start by saying, how about we talk about the money?
Yeah.
And contrary to a popular belief, I would say that money is not absolutely essential to your existence. But if you're watching us live, put in the chat if you believe that money and freedom are synonymous or at least related.
So put it in the chat if you believe that money and freedom are synonymous.
Or at least related.
Yeah. I will tell you, I absolutely believe that they're related.
And I would agree with you. And so, because our fundamental desire, our birthright, is to be and feel free, it is the very core of who we are. So, would you not agree that money is one of the most important elements in your life experience?
Yes. Oh, I'm very financially driven person. Very important.
Amazing. So, guess why we're here today?
Tell me, Lena, why are we here?
So while some people have a natural ability to allow large amounts of money to flow through their experience, like Jessie over here, many experience far less money than they want or desire. And so that's putting limits on you feeling free. So once again, if you're watching us live and this rings a bell, put me in the chat.
Yeah, we're getting some definitely related. Cassie agrees. It's definitely related.
Great. So why am I here today? I'm not a real estate agent. I'm not a broker or financial advisor. I'm a money manifestation coach. So I help people learn how to allow the abundance that they want and deserve to come into their life. So there's some good news for you. The road to financial well-being doesn't have to be a long one from where you are today. And contrary to what you might believe or have been raised to think, it doesn't require a ton of time or physical effort. And also, you don't have to be born into money. And you don't have to know how to invest or save or diversify. So if you're getting excited, put me in the chat. And if you're not, I'll wait.
me. I'm excited.
Okay. So now that we're all on the same page, here comes the secret. There is absolute scientifically proven correlation between the thoughts you have been thinking about the money, the way you feel when you think those thoughts, and the money that is flowing into your life. So basically, you get what you think about. So there, manifestation demystified.
You get what you think about.
Yeah. And Jesse, it is not a gift that's available to just chosen few. It's not magic or woo-woo. It is your original factory set. It's the absolute fundamental creative process through which you start with a thought and then you turn it into things by intentional aligned actions.
I love it. And Lena, I have a few more questions for you, but we're talking about these aligned actions, and I know you have a little example that we're going to run through at the end. But how would you just kind of overall define manifestation?
It is taking your vision and materializing it into your physical reality through actions. So the reason why so many people say, oh, manifestation doesn't work for me. Oh, that just sounds too easy, is mainly because they haven't learned how to manifest intentionally. And intentional manifestation starts with a clear vision. So if you're thinking like, ooh, put it in the chat. But let me break it down for you. Imagine you go into a restaurant and the waiter comes up to you and says, what would you like for dinner? And you say food. You open yourself up to possibilities. And some might not be very appealing. That is exactly how many of us treat the universe. So we say, I would like more money. Well, here's $5. You have $5 more, right?
Congrats.
I would venture out to say that even when it comes to real estate, whether you're buying for yourself or you're investing in a rental property, what is it that you're looking for? Because you don't want 5 more doors or 7 more units or 10 more, customers. There is something much bigger behind it. And that something is your freedom. And that freedom gets created through the momentum. And in order to have the momentum, you need the energy. Money is energy.
Money is energy, y'all. That's a big takeaway. That's one that Lena has drilled into my head, that money is transactional. It is energy. It is the exchange of knowledge. And we just think, so many people think that wealthy people are bad or that there's some negative connotation. And it's not. It's just energy. And the more you have, the more energy you have to exchange with the world.
Absolutely. Money is simply a tool to create.
Yeah.
And money will not make you somebody who you are not. So if you're not a greedy person, giving you money will not make you a greedy person. But if you are not a good person, money will just simply amplify that. And I know all of you are amazing, so this is just for illustrative purposes. But I will tell you one thing, because I hear this a lot from people, especially from men. Like, I love money. Like, what are you talking about? I want money. And it actually took me a minute to realize that when we talk about money, the subject of it is actually 2 subjects. Ready for this? We talk about money, plenty of money, the feeling of freedom, the ease that plenty of money brings. But many times we're actually talking about wanting the money because the absence of money, not nearly enough money, the feeling of fear, the disappointment that it's like there is a lack and limitation, the absence of money. So to be honest, until this moment, did you assume that just because you were speaking words, I want more money, you were the money magnet? Not necessarily. Because when you speak about money and you feel a fear of like this discomfort or a fear coming up, like something sticky, you're not inviting the energy of money into your life. Instead, you're speaking of the subject of not enough money, limited supply.
And so it's not only, manifestation isn't only thinking, I want more money. There are strategies and tangible ways to be more specific, right? That's critical. And tell them what the universe doesn't understand the difference between truth and reality. Or
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you're much better.
No, you got it. So your brain cannot differentiate between the reality and imagination. And if you think that this is impossible, think of the last time when you watched a horror movie or you watched a very emotional movie, right? So something that you were simply experiencing in your mind through your vision and your hearing, but you felt it in your body. It's because that's how our mind works, right? So for the most part, when we talk about, and honestly, I will just be very honest with you, we don't really manifest money, we manifest the outcome, right? Because somebody needs $10,000, somebody needs $1 million, somebody needs $15 million. And so, and also like dollars here, right? But like in a different country, it's different currency. And universe is one for all of us. So in order for you to manifest what you want, you need to get clear with what is that end vision that is only possible with your goal achieved.
So walk us through, like, how would that look to actually set that end scene or the end vision?
So usually what I do is I ask like a two-step question. The first one is always easy. What do you want? Not always easy, because a lot of time people will start telling me what they don't want. And I'm like, well, that's why we are where we are, because you're channeling all your energy into what you don't want. So you get more of that.
Let's tie it, Lena. Let's do that. You want to buy your first rental property. How would you run through creating that end scene?
Okay. So let me ask you, Jesse, when you buy the first rental property, what will that give you?
It will give me on the very tangible side, a set of keys to a house, right? Okay, so I'll have that. It will give me, and I want to hear from everyone in the chat. I'll run through it, but I want to hear, what would having your first rental property get for you? Just a kind of a peace of mind, like to sleep knowing I have some support of a diversified asset. I could sleep better.
And when you sleep better, how does it feel?
Lizzie says sense of accomplishment. That's a good one.
That is a very good one.
Yeah.
So when you feel accomplished, how does that feel? What does that give you?
I am proud. I can hold my head high. I feel comfortable telling other people my achievements. Maybe I'm looked up to in my peer group.
That is beautiful. And so what we would do through this set of questions is help you get into the state of feeling, right? Because the property in and of itself is just a set of walls. And for somebody, or a set of keys. I love how you said it. It's a set of keys. For somebody, these are keys to the future. And for somebody, they will feel like they just unlocked their generational debt.
Ooh, that's good.
Okay. So my question would be is, how does it make you feel? And when we get you into that state of excitement, I'm accomplished. I am successful. I have money. I have options. I have freedom. I'm going to ask you to place yourself into a physical setting where that all feels real. Maybe you're standing at the doorstep of that first property, or maybe you're on a hiking trip that is now possible because you have this residual income and you don't have to be glued to your desk.
That's me right now.
Right? So that's actually the conversation. That's a very real conversation that Jess and I had when she was hiring me. I said, what would you love? She said, well, I want to hit this number. And I'm like, amazing. And when you do, what's going to happen in your life? She said, we're going to go on a cruise.
Yeah.
That is what you want. You don't want the number. You want the feeling, the experience. So a lot of people will get very attached to a thing, and they feel like they need to manifest that thing. That, the leasing agreement or that particular, property or, those kind of tenants. The reality is you don't want to attach to that outcome, because guess what? You might be getting something so much bigger if you just allow yourself to feel the experience, that amazing state of accomplishment that Lizzie said, that comes with your goal achieved.
Erin says a feeling of control over your life, and I love that one.
And when we feel that we're in control in our life, what does it give us?
Gives us a peace of mind, gives us empowerment.
You realize that you're a co-creator with the universe.
Yes. Yeah, that you can do anything. If you can do one, why can't you do 10? Why can't you do 100?
And also, if it's possible with one door, why can't it be possible with 10? And if it's possible for Jessie, why is it not possible for me?
Yes.
So that actually brings up my favorite topic, and people love talking about limiting beliefs, mainly because right now it is such a popular, shiny thing. It's almost like a cliche. And a lot of people will say things that they position like a limiting belief, but they will wear it as a badge of honor. The one I pick on all the time, and if it's one of you guys, love you as much, but I'm still going to say it. I'm really not good at receiving. Like, I'm really good at giving, but I'm not good at receiving. I'm such a giver. Okay. The reason we say that is because we were brought up to believe that in order to be a good person, you need to give, and receiving is being greedy. That, believe it or not, is not only a limiting belief, it is actually a sign of a scarcity mindset, because it implies that there is a limit. That if you are receiving, you are taking from somebody else. Or people will say, well, one of the limiting beliefs is I'm not worthy of it. I honestly have never had a client who sat in front of me and said, I'm not worthy of 50K. Like, not a single one. But what I hear a lot are things like, and if I'm going to read you a couple or say a couple, and if it's something that you're like, oh, yeah, that's me, put me in a chat, because that will anchor it for your mind to come back to later and say, you know what, is that actually true? And that's how we actually rewire limiting beliefs.
I love it.
So have you ever said to yourself things like, I can't afford this?
Yes.
This house is too big for us.
Yes. No, I've never said that one. I want a huge house.
That's good. How am I ever going to pay those utility bills? This car is too expensive. That truly feels wasteful.
I've definitely said that one.
Okay. Now, when you think we got to the bottom of it, how about this? You are a high achiever, but you overthink. You're good under pressure. You work hard, but you procrastinate.
Lena, you're a little too close to home right now.
You know you're capable, but you still don't fully believe in yourself.
Yeah.
You're driven, you have ambitions, but you fear failure or embarrassment. Okay. So if you're sitting there and going like, I want her to shut up, that's why because we all have this itty bitty shitty committee in our mind that is actually running our life. And so when we're saying that, the universe is out there to get you, universe is always proving you right. That's its job. It is just an energetic field. Okay? It's not like an entity. It's an energetic field, and so are you. And the infamous law of attraction is you attract what you are vibrational match to. Okay? So in order for you to attract a different lifestyle, a different opportunity, a different amount of money, and a different degree of freedom, you have to be a vibrational match to that frequency. So now that I made you feel bad,
pick us back up.
I can tell you that all of those feelings, all of those beliefs are just thoughts that at some point you have accepted as your truth. And that means that if that thought no longer serves you, you can rewrite your money story. So there are two ways to do it. There is an easy way to do it, and there is a do-it-yourself way.
Okay, let's hear it.
Those of you who want the easy way to do it, you do what Jessie did and you hire me. Those of you who believe in do-it-yourself, and I love you guys. I tried to build those Christmas wreaths myself, glue everywhere, but was very proud. Let me share with you my personal manifestation routine. So this is actually something I take very seriously in my whole coaching practice. Is I love giving people practical tips because there are so many schools of thought out there about manifestation and mindset and power of the mind. And there is Esther Hicks and Abraham Hicks, and, you know, just get into the vortex and feel good. And you're like, yes.
Now what?
How, right? So this is a very powerful, I call it morning abundance activation routine. And it's 5 steps that will add 5 minutes to your morning. 5 steps in total will add 5 minutes to your morning. Okay. So first you will start with visualization, and the order matters. The reason you want to start with visualization, and what I mean when I say that is, remember we talked about the ant scene, that little movie scene that is only possible with your goal achieved? Okay. When you're first waking up from sleep, your brain waves are very susceptible to taking in imagination as reality. You're basically in that state of natural hypnosis almost as you're waking up. So when you do visualization before your feet hit the floor, when you're just waking up from that slumber, that is where your brain is truly registering that vision of yours. And because you're still kind of half asleep, your guards are down, and you're like, yes, it's possible for me. It is so possible for me. I need you to run that movie in your mind 2 times.
Every morning.
5 to 10 seconds, 2 times. So we're what, like 20 seconds? Okay. Then we do the intention setting. There are too many times when we roll out of bed and we let the flow of the day take control. And if you didn't tell the universe what to expect, it will just like do its best. Again, for those of you who are very tangible and visual, keep a glass of water on your nightstand. And before you get up, look at that glass of water and really charge it with positive intent for the day. Because listen, you guys, this is not woo-woo like magic. This is science, because many of you have probably heard about this experiment, and if you didn't, Google it. They actually took glasses of water, and they took people who would like say a prayer, read poetry, express love, use curse words, anger, over those separate glasses of water. And then they studied the molecules of the water, and they all changed depending on the energy that was channeled into them through the words. So this is science. Channel your positive intention for the day into the glass of water. And as you drink it, mean it. Then you're ready to go and brush your teeth. I hope everybody brushes their teeth in the morning. As you do that is where you use your affirmations. Now, I can talk for an hour about how to make the affirmation powerful. Don't ever force yourself to write that 50 times a day. That is mechanical and it's not going to help you. But whatever feels real, that is your affirmation. So if you say, I'm successful and you believe it, that is your affirmation. If you say, I'm smart, that is your affirmation. You should never try to create an affirmation that you think somebody else would expect you to say. And it's okay to say to yourself, I'm always on time, which means you arrive at the best time for you. I always get the best property, which means if this property fell through, it's because it wasn't yours.
Yeah.
That is no reflection on you as an investor. That is trash taking itself out. Okay? You finish brushing your teeth, spend 5 minutes on gratitude. Gratitude is super powerful, Jesse. You know, I harp on this all the time because when we express gratitude, we actually raise our vibration to the match of having. The frequency of gratitude matches the frequency of having. So when you share what you're grateful for, and you can say it or write it, however you want it. Think of 3 to 5 things that you're grateful for that you already have. And also think of 2 to 3 things that you're grateful for that you do not currently observe in your physical reality. Not that you don't have it. You're simply not observing it yet in your physical reality. And that can be that amazing rental property. That can be those amazing tenants without any pets or kids or whatever it is that we're all afraid of. That is okay to express the gratitude, because when you're expressing the gratitude for something that you do not observe yet, you're sending the message to the universe to bring it into your physical reality, because you're matching the frequency of having. And the last one is decide how you want to show up today. Don't leave it to chance. Because in order to be a successful investor, you need to show up as a successful investor. And success loves speed. Yes. So you're struggling with the decision-making process. Why is that? Like if I offered you, a beautiful pastry with a cup of coffee, you would take that, right? But if Jesse offers you rental property and you're holding back, there is some fear that is brewing. So it's not about her. It's not about the property. It's about something that you're experiencing and hiding behind. Right now is not the right time. I don't have enough money.
I hear that one. I hear them all the time. People come to me on a daily basis and say, hey, I want to get my first rental property. What do I do? We have a plan. Oh no, sorry. Talk to me in a few months. Well, what? Why'd you ask the plan?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's the fear. It's the fear. So if we practice these 5 tasks daily, I know you can't promise anything, but how long until we start seeing some changes in our life?
Immediately?
Yeah.
You will feel immediately, because here is the truth, guys. Your today is basically the result of your manifestation from yesterday, because we manifest at all times. Manifestation is a thinking, creative process. If you stop thinking, you die, which is okay. I mean, we all do. But while you're in this physical body and you're going through this experience, you're manifesting all the time. So the art of it is to manifest intentionally. because we don't attract what we want, we attract who we are, because we're energetic beings, right? So if you are looking to expand, if you're looking for a different experience in your life, if you want to create that generational wealth that goes beyond just you, if you want to pay your kids' college, in one payment, if you want to provide for your parents or your loved ones so that they can enjoy their life and not, count every penny, that's a very noble goal, and it is within your reach, because there are a lot of people who are doing that.
Tons.
And they're not smarter than you, they're not better than you, they just think a certain way. They're intentional with what they want.
I love it. Lena, as always, every time we talk, I always take away some amazing gems. You guys, if you were here for this live, or if you're even watching the replay, let us know what were kind of your big key takeaways. Me, for one, we say money loves speed. So I love that you said success loves speed. That's a great one. I just love that your brain cannot distinguish fantasy and reality. And I learned today for the first time from you about putting your feet before your feet hit the ground, and you're in this like half dream state.
Yeah.
If you can manifest your vision at that point, that it's even more effective than like day to day. I love that. That was my big takeaway.
And here's one little tip I'll give it to you guys. When you start manifesting, when you are looking to bring something into your physical reality, start looking for the evidence of it working. We got so good, and that's actually part of our survival mechanism of collecting the evidence of why not. And by the way, your mind will always try to focus on the risks and the dangers because it's trying to protect you, right? Like that's in its job description. But if for 24 hours, here's my challenge to you. I know Jessie has her challenge for you, but here's my challenge for you. If for the next 24 hours, everything that you touch, you think of a best case scenario, just for 24 hours. And if you hate it, tomorrow go back to the misery. But for 24 hours, what if it worked? What if I can? What if the best client comes my way? What if I sign 7 more cases? What if I sell 3 more doors? I don't know, whatever is relevant in your life. What if my kid unloads the dishwasher? Whatever. 24 hours. And then let Jessie know how it felt.
Yeah, please, absolutely. Miss Lena, we are at our time, and I can't thank you enough for always dropping amazing knowledge and sharing the power of manifestation with our community. You guys, we have a couple follow-ups with Lena. We're going to send you her Facebook group where she goes live every single week and has amazing guests. We're going to send you a challenge that she has coming up. And then outside of that, I also want to invite you to a workshop that is happening immediately after this call, so 3:00 Eastern. I am hosting a workshop on 12 steps to buy your first rental. So you got your mindset right, and now we're going to put some tangible steps in front of you on how you can go from newbie to property owner in just a very short time. So Lizzie just posted the link to join the workshop. It is not live in the group like it has been in the past. This is a private group, so you will need to register. You have a little time to, bathroom break, grab a snack, whatever, and we will be together just about 20 minutes from now. So make sure you get registered. Would love to see you there. We're going to send out a bunch of stuff from Lena, so y'all check the Facebook group. And thank you so much for being here today. Thank you, Lena, as always.
Loved being here. Thank you.
Okay. Bye, guys.